Hi and welcome to day 9 of my 30-day writing challenge. Day 9, and it is our last day of character building. Today we're looking at relationships between characters. You've built characters and you've interacted with them yourself, and now it's time for them to interact with each other. Characters that you want to get along should be both similar and different. They should be different because they need to complement each other in terms of personality and strengths and weaknesses. Where one is lacking, the other one should be able to pick up, and vice versa. But they also need to be similar. They should have similar dispositions in order for them to get along, like you and your friends do. If you and your friends had wildly conflicting views and opinions, it might be a bit more difficult for you to get along. Characters that clash in the same way should also be similar and different, especially if they're similar by personality traits or circumstances, and one succeeds and the other does not. A character foil, if you will, and this can cause amazing conflict. But there should also be different in goals and values, especially if one is the hero of your story and one is the antagonist. When I say relationships, I don't necessarily mean love interests, although that can be some of it. You get all sorts of different relationships. I'm a very family orientated person, and that means a lot of the relationships I like to explore are familial. Familial? Is that the right word? I can type it, can I say it? But that's what I like to explore in my writing, be it siblings or parents and children or a whole family dynamic, because you get so many different types of characters interacting with each other. They may not get along, there may be personality clashes, and it's important to remember what kind of relationships you want to forge when writing your characters. The same can be said for friends, lovers, enemies, you name it. Write for your relationships, because while characters are a main interest in a story, relationships drive the plot forward intensely. It's the main source of conflict and satisfaction in the reader. When considering character relationships, the question that you need to ask yourself in the beginning is, do they already know each other at the beginning of the story? If the answer is yes, there are 3 questions. If the answer is no, there are just 2. If yes, you need to ask yourself, what was their relationship like before the story began? How did they meet? Did they hit it off right away? Did it take a while to warm up to each other? Then you need to ask, where are they now? Have they suddenly become friends before the story even began? Did they used to be friends and now they hate each other? Did they used to date? Are they okay now? And the last question is, what kind of relationship do you want them to have by the end of the story, and how do you get them there? Relationships need to develop slowly over the course of a story, or else it can feel forced or faked. And if you answered no to the question, it's essentially the same thing. But obviously, if they meet for the first time within the story, you don't need to create a backstory for them. What you still need to focus on is, how did their relationship begin, and how do you want it to end up? Are there bumps in the middle? Do you want them to fight and reconcile? Will they be stronger afterwards? Do enemies join forces and slowly become friends? Relationships are essential to any story, and it's important to map out in the beginning what relationships you want there to be and where you want them to go. But of course, in planning, nothing is final. If you realise 2 characters would be better in a relationship than the one you originally planned, there's nothing to say you can't change that. That is all from day 9 for me and the end of our character development section. Tomorrow we will be going on to something new. I hope you enjoyed today. Like and subscribe if you fancy it, and keep writing. Bye for now.